Hello and welcome everyone. Today is Wednesday, June the 19th, 2024, or the 20th, depending on where you are in the world. Today we are excited to have our second round of final presentation for Alt Golf A class. We really had some fabulous ones in round one last week, so we are really looking forward to the ones today. So we have 4 left. Just a few notes here. So once it is your turn to present, we will unmute you, and then you'll be able to screen shares and get ready. So we'll give you a minute or so to do that. And once you are finished with presenting, you can turn it over to the instructors, and we will then be asking you a couple questions and comments, starting with your paired student. So paired students, be ready also. So we'll also unmute you when it's the right time. So now I will turn it over to Carl. So you will begin introducing the first presenter.
Thank you, Francois. The first person to present today will be Joanna, and the pair student with will be Martin. So you can go ahead, Joanna, and start your presentation if you want.
Okay, thank you. And hello, everyone, and welcome to the call. My name is Jonna, and I am from Sweden and Finnish Quorum. And our topic is how to create a Telegram wallet bot to track lobster activities. After the presentations, there will be time for comments and questions, so please feel free to ask if anything is unclear. What is a bot? Telegram bot has several bots for different purposes. A bot is a third-party application or program running on Telegram channels or group that does not originate from Telegram. You can send messages to a Telegram bot, and the bot can respond in a different ways. Bot can help you manage your channel or group. How bots work? Telegram bots are basically special accounts that do not require an additional phone number to be set up. Users can interact with bots in 2 ways: sending messages or comments to the bots by starting a chat with them or adding them to groups. Sending requests directly from the text box by typing in the bot's username and a query. This allows you to send content from inline bots directly to any channel and to any chat or group. What bots can be used for? To receive personalized notifications and news, interactions with other services, accepting payments for Telegram users, and creating custom tools. So there is many possibilities, but in these presentations we will focus on how to create a Stellarium wallet bot for Telegram. What is a Stellarium wallet bot? Stellarium wallet bot tracks purchases, sales, and exchange with a given wallet. Tracks wallet transactions in real time, so you don't necessarily have to log into your wallet separately. Each wallet must have its own Stellarium wallet bot. Stellarium bot is a handy tool for those with multiple wallets, and QSI also use wallet bots to track transactions in the group fund wallets. Now, how to create a wallet bot? Creating a bot is actually quite simple. Once you have created a bot once, you can easily do it again and help other members create one as well. Now let's go to step by step on how to create a Stellarium wallet bot. First, go to your Telegram settings and you will see the menu shown in the picture. Select options to create a new group. You will come to this view. Now you need to add the bot to the group. Be careful as there are many bots and only one is suitable for this purpose. Check the username carefully to ensure you have the correct bot. Next, set a name and profile picture for the group. For example, since I have multiple wallets, I name them according to their federation addresses. Okay, now you have these set. Let's continue. You also need to activate a bot. The bot works with certain comments that you can see by pressing the slash in the message field, as shown in the picture here. Next, you need the public address of your Lobster wallet to form the comment for the bot. So it's good to have the public address ready. For example, you can copy and paste. And then now you have the final step. Type in the comment field a slash followed by a space, then your public address and press enter. If the command is successful, the bot will notify you that it is tracking your wallet. Congratulations, you have successfully created a wallet bot. Thank you all. That concludes my presentations. If you have any questions, I will try to answer them to best of my abilities. I also hope my presentations has inspired you to try to creating a wallet bot for yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Joanna, for your presentation. So the first person to ask a question will be Martin. I'm going to unmute you. You're already unmuted, Martin.
Thank you. Thank you, Joanna. That was very useful information. It's a really simple little application with so much value. I have a question for you. I have some assets on the Solana ledger. Would this app work for my Solana SPL tokens if I give you the address?
No, I don't think so. I'm not sure of that. I don't think so. This is
Okay,
also this is only a Lobster wallet.
okay, so it's only for Stellar. So can I use this app to also keep track of my pending assets from the QSI group fund? You know, the ones where I forgot to add the trust line?
No, no, this is wait.
Yeah, Mickey is off, Joanna.
Stellarium wallet bot. This was not seen the pending status as far as I know.
Okay, so it's only the overall balance of in and out. Okay, well, thank you.
And the offers, then you create an offer and it's täyttyy.
That was all from me, Joanna.
Okay. If you have an offer and it's a sell or you can have it, it's Stellarium bot show you that.
Okay.
I will have another question, Joanna. I'm pretty new member of the quorum, and right now I'm just asking because your presentation was really interesting. I will set up for sure both from my wallet, but I participate in group phone, and is a link with the group phone working with both and step 4, something like that. I am correct?
Repeat a question.
My question is regard with the group phone in Stellarium boat. Is there any similarities with what was your presentation about? Are you good with my question, Joanna?
I'm not very sure that I'm not understand it right, but the correct.
I tried asking you if there's a link between what your presentation was about and the group phone.
Okay.
It's more about the step 4. So I'm just trying to play the role as a new member and just was asking you if to more understand what was about to create a link between your presentation and the step 4 in the group phone to make the link between the role of a boat, and that was it. But your presentation was really good, Joanna. If there anyone has another question to ask.
Maybe just a very quick comment from my side. I really liked how you laid out your slides. They were simple and clear, and you made very good use of the speaker notes. And yeah, so we understand that you might be struggling a bit with the answering live with the English, so that's fine. Joanna, you really did great. Thank you.
Yeah, you really did great. So we're gonna go with the next presentation. It will be Stephen. Are you able to screen share? Thank you. We can see it. Go ahead.
Okay, hello everyone. I hope you're well. My name is Stephen and this is my Golf A final assignment presentation. The topic I've chosen is how to prepare a face-to-face flyer. So, how to prepare a face-to-face flyer? As we look through some examples in our local quorums, interstate quorums or global quorums, there are slight differences and they may be expressed by individual choice, different cultural norms, or the use of different languages. Whether it be publishing the locations of events on the flyer or sending out a location privately near to the date of the event, we do see slight natural variations. With that being said, QSI does have a recommended or preferred format for preparing face-to-face flyers, but where does a new face-to-face coordinator or an existing one begin? A new face-to-face coordinator or an existing one would want to begin with the QSI Marketing and Resources channel to access the face-to-face flyers required to advertise your event. You may need to liaise with your local quorum admin to receive the link to this channel if it has not been provided to you already. Within this channel, you will find various general information, quorum channel links, QSI training links, quorum call flyers, and special event advertising, not only in English but provided in many languages. But to assist you in preparing and creating your flyer, this is where you will find the face-to-face adverts. You might also fill out a front door form, which is a Google form, to make a specific request if you don't see what you're looking for, or you might need it in a different language, or you have a specific design request. And then you would look to receive a follow-up response from the Marketing and Resources team. And once you decide on a flyer, you can save it to your PC or save it to your device, phone or tablet, or you may choose to forward it straight to your saved messages folder, which is the best place to hold it for editing and the addition of your face-to-face event information. Now, an important thing to note here is not to use a screenshot of the advertising on your flyers. So, with your advertising flyer saved, you'll need the required information you'll combine later into the final product to promote your event. And this is where you will take into consideration the QSI recommended and preferred format. You'll want to keep your flyer information neat and tidy, clear and concise, not too busy, with the limited use of emojis, and you want your information to be easily absorbed. So to begin with, at the top, you want to provide your local quorum name, full name, no abbreviations, and then followed by the region or location of your face-to-face event. Next, you're providing the day, the date and the time of your event. Moving on, we have the event location information, which you might include things like a menu or access and parking and other relevant information. Then we have a brief welcome and invitation to the face-to-face event that might include discussion topics or just encouraging regular attendees or new faces to come along and share with your local QSI community. Next is the RSVP process, which could include tagging the face-to-face coordinator in the local forum chat or completing a Google form to RSVP. So if we note and look at this slide, I've attached an asterisk by the event location information and the RSVP. As in some regions, this process is combined with the local information withheld or location information withheld and provided later for the RSVPs. And finally, at the bottom, we want to provide our QSI beginners training links, which is the Telegram welcome and the Apple and Android apps. Some face-to-face coordinators provide more, but those three are a minimum we want to include on our flyers. So if we break it down into sections, we've got section 1, which is at the top of your advertising. So we're providing the local quorum name, hyperlinked. There's some generic examples at the top there, which is Western Australia, Perth Hills face-to-face, or a New Zealand Wellington face-to-face. But then as we move down below that, you've got QSI New South Wales or QSI New York, and then we're providing the region or location of the face-to-face, which is a Sydney face-to-face or a New York City face-to-face. And then you want to have the day, the date, and the time of your event. Include the time zone. You never know, you may have some travellers from QSI able to attend your event. Then we have section 2. Again, in this preparation for this presentation, I've included the location information and the RSVP together in this section because they are combined in some regions, and also we have the brief welcome and invitation to come along to the face-to-face event with the intent to encourage and engage participation. And finally, we have section 3, which is at the bottom of our flyer, and it's a QSI training links hyperlinked, and you want to include the minimum, and that is the Telegram welcome and the QSI Apple and Android links to the beginner's self-guided training. I'll just repeat again, some coordinators provide more than that, including QSI resources and QSI global announcements, but those 3 are the minimum that you want to include on your flyer. And so in summary, treat preparing face-to-face flyers as a learning experience that you have fun with. Don't think of it as a chore. Practice preparing them in your saved messages folder where you can edit and combine the information to the advertising flyer. I believe it's easier to combine the 2 at the end by clicking edit on your advertising. You might have highlighted or copied your information and then you simply copy and paste it in. The same applies to adding the hyperlinks. If you have all the information on your flyer where you need it, you simply need to copy the required link you wish to embed into the flyer, then highlight the dialogue. You'd right-click on your PC, but on your phone you will be choosing the highlighted dialogue. You want to choose the format option, and then you want to choose the link option because you're embedding the link into the chosen dialogue, and you OK that option. Sometimes you'll be asked to allow the link to be pasted in, and on a PC you might be shown 2 windows, one with the link and one with the dialogue you've chosen to embed the link in. But practice makes perfect, and you might even create yourself some templates of your own to streamline the process and quicken up the process for next time. Remember to follow the KISS method of keeping it simple. And finally, preparing a face-to-face flyer might seem like an incidental task and not so highly ranked on things to do, but they are important. A short classified advertisement, but an official communication from QSI, and we want to make it simple for members and new members to be able to understand and engage, and come along and participate in our face-to-face events. That concludes the presentation. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much. And I'm happy to take some questions.
Thank you, Stephen, for your presentation. It was really great. So the first person to ask the question will be Shell. You go ahead, Shell. You're on mute.
Thank you, Carl. Wow, that was a great presentation, Stephen. That was really good. Where were you when I had to put one of those together? My question to you is, what would be information that you wouldn't want to put on a face-to-face flyer?
That is a good question. Mm, well, I'm not really sure, because depending in some regions, for security, I notice in the US they don't provide the location of the event, so that makes sense to me in terms of security. That's the thing coming to my mind. Why that's not provided on a face-to-face flyer. That doesn't happen in my region in Australia, but it's, as I look at it, it's extremely valid reason not to put that on there for safety reasons. I'm not sure what else you wouldn't put on the flyer. I just follow the recommended or suggested method of putting the information on a flyer that I've watched on several different instructional videos that QSI has put out on the leadership channels.
Thank you. That was the answer I was looking for. Thank you, Stephen.
If anyone have another question, go ahead. I think Jerry, you got a question.
Yes, great. Steve, I got a question for you. So after you complete this flyer, right, and for the face-to-face, and if you want to pop this face-to-face information to the current event calendar, is there another process you need to do?
Absolutely, there's absolutely another process. I didn't include that in exactly preparing a flyer because it's an additional process, but yes, you need to fill out the events form, and you'd be either doing it yourself or you'd be liaising with your admin to ensure that you're logging your event and making it official, and so they can post it, and then you can get the link required to fill out the Google form that would then be sent to yourself in my region. I don't know if anyone else does it, but as far as I know, when those Google forms are filled out with the additional information, they're sent to you when you log those in the event calendar, and then they're an official event of QSI that's notifying all of QSI that we have a face-to-face event on.
Yeah, thank you. That's the answer I'm looking for. Thank you. Cheers.
Yes, I had a quick question for you, Stephen. It's Don, but it looks like Jerry's already beaten me to it in relation to the events calendar. And I think that you covered that well. Obviously, it's to give a wider sort of circulation of the event that's about to take place. And most things within the face-to-face seem to have time effect. So that was well covered there. Thank you very much, and a great presentation.
Thank you very much, Don. Cheers.
I will now turn it over to Jeff for introduce the next presenter. So the next person to present will be Lara. You can presently see screen share your presentation, so you can go ahead, Lara.
To share my screen, I need a blank screen. It says I can't because Carl is already sharing.
Yeah, I'm gonna move your slide for you, Lara.
Oh, okay. You were just my backup plan, but that's okay as well. Because I can do it myself, but I was just thinking if anything goes wrong.
Okay, I will just stop screen sharing and let you try.
Okay.
You can try now.
Yes, I'm on my way. All right, here we are. So today is the 12th of June, 2024, and this is Lara, Team QSI Germany, and this presentation is about a basic audit of a Stellar wallet. For this, I have used screenshots, and the PDF will be handed out after the call, so that anybody can use the PDF as a guideline to do this his own step-by-step process in discovering how to audit and also see the pictures more clearly. So, wait a moment, yes, now. So the first reaction when we don't receive our airdrops is a bit of helplessness. Yet in most cases, it is very simple to audit an account, as you will see. When something went wrong with your bank payment, you would check your bank account. On Stellar, you check your ledger. This we do using Stellar Expert, and getting to know Stellar Expert will make you an expert on Stellar over time. First, we will have a look at how to access our account on the ledger, then have a look at the Stellar Expert site itself and take a look at its main functions. And after that, we will learn about filters and how to apply them to the transaction history. We look at what data are needed for an audit, plus try out on 2 examples. We will close with a conclusion on learning Stellar Expert. The page we need is the Stellar Expert Explorer public link. You see the address right above the image. The image you see before searching for a specific account gives you general statistics. What you see is the state of the Stellar network, the ledger data at a point in time, in this case when I prepared the presentation. Top right on the page is the search field, where you can insert your Stellar public key, which you can see enlarged top right. The public key is the 56-character string starting with a G. Here, the example in bright yellow. This search function can also be used to monitor our group funds. Just put in the QSIGF address you are looking for. Putting in your public key address takes you to your personal account, and this is how it looks like. For further information, you can click on the little eyes on the page. Clickable links show in blue color. On the left side of the page, you see in red first the account statistics and second the pending payments. You can see there are links in blue to assets and the sender wallets in pendings. On the right side in green, you see the assets in the account and their balances. If there are more assets, you can scroll through them. If you click on a specific asset, a graphic for the asset comes up where the green 2 is placed. We will take a closer look at it on the next slide. On the right-hand side, you see the statistics on XLM of the example account. Where you see the red ellipse, you can pick a time period and the statistic shows the balance over selected time. This account obviously only invests small amounts. We now proceed to the second part of the page. The image on the bottom shows what you see then. You just need to scroll down a bit. The history is active, and this is what you can see on the left side of the bottom image enclosed in the large red rectangle. Like in a bank account, each transaction is booked. Of course, this is just a tiny part of the transactions, which can go on for pages. Therefore, we need to use filters to find the transactions we are looking for. The small yellow rectangle on the left side is the button to add filters. We will come back to that a little later. The other 2 buttons, top left of the page, are the trades, marked by an orange rectangle, and active offers by a green rectangle. First, I will show you what comes up when you use the other 2 tabs. This image shows the account's trade history, accessible via the middle button next to history, which was marked by the orange rectangle. Trade history in the orange rectangle provides a statistic over time and the transactions are below. The bottom image shows active offers marked by the green rectangle in the other picture. It shows a list of assets one has put out offers for using the order book. For both tabs and the displayed assets, there is no filter option, but they are accessible via the transaction history button and the filter operation type, which we will see more examples for on the next slides. On the image on the right-hand side, you can see what comes up when you click on the Add Filters button, seen on the other slide in the bright yellow rectangle. Try out the options and filter your assets with them. This will give you an idea which filters are useful in which case. Always try to pick the best fit. Some of these filters will give you more options and another window will come up. If you click on operation type, you can search for specific operations like trust lines, and this might be helpful if you're not sure if you have it established. You also have options for controlling buy and sell offers and many more. There are many functions to discover over time, which is highly recommended. The more you work on Stellar, the more will unfold and the more you will understand. You can see those filter options on the right-hand side on the image. Next, we have a look at two examples. We will use the group fund on Euro, for which no airdrop was received, and the buyer wants to understand why. First of all, it is recommended to gather all information on the group fund we wish to audit. This would be the date of the group fund, or rather both days on which it was active, the QSI group fund wallet, and the correct memo. After clicking on Add Filters and applying Transaction Memo Filter, we put in Euro. Be careful, as this is case sensitive. It needs to be written correctly. As you can see top right, no results are shown for the search parameters. Therefore, we try a different filter. As the account did not have too many assets, I tried Operation Destination Account. The transaction in question is within the red ellipse and the memo shows 4 clouds. Even though the date was correct, with the wrong memo put in, no airdrop was paid out. Here we have example 2. Someone in chat was missing the airdrop on ProOrchid. So I looked up his case, applied Operation Destination Account filter, and found a memo which looked okay at first sight. As it is written rather small, you can click the date at the end on the line where you see the red ellipse for more details. And this comes up. This gave me clarification that indeed there was a spelling mistake in the memo. Instead of a C, a D was written. Top right, you see another window which came up when I clicked the question mark at the transaction number. Clicking on it, you get more explanation on what you see. So what is our conclusion on learning how to audit our own ledger using Stellar Expert? Knowing the basics of the Stellar Expert site and knowing how to apply filters helps us making a simple audit of our own wallet. It deepens our understanding of Stellar and strengthens our self-confidence in being able to handle our own financial matters. Therefore, it gives us sovereignty. Knowing our turf is the best protection from scammers, and we do not need any middleman anymore. Of course, Stellar Expert holds much more possibilities of financial forensics, but for our purposes, we have seen that this is no rocket science and we can do it. Thank you everybody for listening. The future is Stellar. Are there any questions?
It was a really good presentation, Lara. It was pretty well presented and well explained. So the first person to ask the question will be Debbie. You can go ahead. I'm going to unmute you.
Hi, excellent presentation. I really appreciate all that information and the visuals. Very good. So now I'm going to ask, like a member having a question. So I thought the Stellar Expert was supposed to be like no errors, like it's supposed to show exactly what I did. But when I look on there and I found my transaction and my memo's fine, but I know that I did the group fund on June 17th, right at when I was getting off of work at 5, but it shows it is not happening until June 18th and a different time. So I don't understand. So if that's wrong, then I just don't know if I have faith in this, because I thought I participated and I had the memo and everything.
Okay, so the problem is, I'm not sure if I understand it correct, but the problem is that you're not sure if it was also registered because for the group fund, because you're not sure if the timing was right.
Yeah,
is that
like
the question?
Yes, I'm sorry. Sometimes I go too fast, but yeah. So I did the
Yes.
contribution. Sorry, I
No problem.
contributed to ICO on June 17th, right at 5 p.m. But it shows I don't have it pulled up right now, but it showed my transaction not happening until June 18th, and it had a different time. It didn't say 5 p.m. So I'm really confused.
Oh, that's a good reason to be confused. Well, from what I saw up to now, Stellar Expert is pretty accurate in how would you say, registering the right time. So I guess there was kind of an error. Maybe you thought the group fund was still running, but it was too late, and you put in your money too late. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that Stellar Expert registered it right. But sometimes, we think something's going on, but we are very busy, and then, we sometimes make mistakes. So that's a pity, but it can happen. So if you see that's why I said, please check all the data you need, because it's really important. If we want to follow things up, we really have to know what's up. We really have to know, okay, what was the correct date? Until when was the group fund running? Because it could also be, we didn't get anything because we paid in too late. And this is how would you say? This is why they say within 48 hours you get a payback, get it paid back when everything is correct. So yeah. So it's a pity, but I would rely on Stellar Expert in that case.
Thank you for your response. Now, I want to go ahead and share with you why, because this is actually something I experienced. And so what happened was when you first look at it, like I'm in the Eastern time zone, I participated like on the 17th, say at 5, that was an example, but Stellar Expert shows it in UTC.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just letting you know, because that was something I first experienced when I was looking at Stellar Expert.
Okay, you know why I didn't get that. To me, it's pretty much the same, because UTC is just 1 hour off from my time.
See, yeah.
So I never looked at it really. So thank you. That was a good hint.
Yeah, it's different because you're closer to that time zone. But yeah, you had an excellent answer and an excellent presentation. Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Does anyone have any question to Lara? As for me, our presentation was really clear, so I got no question for you right now, Lara, on my side. So if anyone will step in, I will just pass it over to Jeff for the next presenter.
Okay, I stopped the presentation.
Yeah, thank you, Lara. So Jeff, are you able to introduce the next presenter?
Yes. All right, Dave, thank you. Next, I want to share and we'll get the question afterwards. You can go ahead whenever you're ready.
Okay, you should see the screen share now. All right, get back to. Hello, I am Debbie from the Florida Quorum. Today, I'm going to discuss Stellar Sorbonne. In order to move towards the future, we first must revisit the past. Tsar Nicholas II shared, "We've been talking to the angels. A long time ago, Stellar was revealed to us by the divine. The illustrious Romanov family, renowned for their historical influence and visionary leadership, developed a groundbreaking technology, the Stellar blockchain, which I am representing here with a superhero." So what is the Stellar blockchain? The Stellar blockchain was released in 2014. It is an open, is an open source public blockchain powered by the Stellar Consensus Protocol, a proof of agreement consensus mechanism. On the Stellar blockchain, you can create, send, and trade digital representations called tokens of almost any form of value, such as US dollars, Russian ruble, silver, real estate, etc. It is a decentralized exchange. All tokens on the network are exchangeable, connecting buyers and sellers directly. No intermediaries, no custodians, just seamless, decentralized exchange. Thanks to proof of agreement, the Stellar network is fast. Transactions are confirmed within 5 seconds. It has an energy-efficient design. It is scalable. The Stellar network can process up to 1,000 operations per ledger. And it is affordable. The Stellar network performs transactions for a fraction of a US penny. So, what is Sorbonne? Sorbonne is a Rust-based smart contracts platform. Rust is a programming language tailored for developing smart contracts on the Stellar network. It is designed for scale and sensibility. Sorbonne uses the WebAssembly runtime environment and supports contracts written in a broader range of languages, such as Rust, C, C++, and many more. Sorbonne is interoperable with all blockchains, all assets, and all off-chain assets. It enables developers to build, test, and deploy smart contracts, and it is user-friendly because it is equipped with a comprehensive suite of tools to accomplish these tasks. The Sorbonne framework is known for its high performance, its speed, and its efficiency, as well as a strong focus on safety, which is why I also picked a superhero to represent Sorbonne. Now, let's take a trip down memory lane. Jump Cannon was the name of the development process for Sorbonne. It was named after Annie Jump Cannon, an astronomer whose cataloging work was instrumental in the development of contemporary stellar classification, still used to this day. Jed McCaleb referred to Annie Jump Cannon as a human computer, whom they found to be very inspiring and relatable. Emily said, "Project Jump Cannon to me means quantum computing and cataloging the other blockchains and their assets and volume coming into Stellar." Meet JC, who represents the project developmental years. Why was the name changed to Sorbonne? As our JC superhero began to grow, the name needed to evolve as well. The developers wanted a single word, something unique, searchable, and easy to read and write. The Japanese Sorbonne is the smallest and simplest abacus. Its design is compact and minimalist, focused on doing the essentials and doing them well. Therefore, a Sorbonne abacus represents what the developers wanted their smart contracts platform to be: sensible, built to scale, batteries included, and developer friendly. The spider web represents the Sorbonne framework. You can see several busy developers creating smart contracts. You can also see that everything leads to Stellar. Sorbonne, testnet, and futurenet. Emily explained, Sorbonne allows all the GSAR banks and companies under NDA to beta test the creation and implementation of smart contracts, stablecoins, and other assets on other blockchains in a controlled environment before they are released into Stellar Mainnet. Testnet allows developers to deploy and test smart contracts. It's a live network, but it's not the same as the Stellar Public Network. It's a separate network that is used for development and testing. In October of 22, Sorbonne went live on FutureNet, which is an incentivized testing environment for first-wave developers. The Stellar Development Foundation established a $100 million Sorbonne adoption fund to go towards supporting developers to test and build on Sorbonne. The first incentive program was called Sorbonneathon First Light. It was a fun way for developers to tinker with Sorbonne and share their feedback through developer-generated Sorbonne content, including code examples, tutorials, and GitHub issues. The content generated during this stage of Sorbonne helped the developers to kickstart the ecosystem. It made onboarding easier and identified any bugs, issues, or blockers. Hackasorbonne. Say what? Hackathons are a useful tool in debugging and improving software. Typically, teams of engineers work very hard for a short period of time on solving a problem with technology. Teams who produce the most interesting or useful project often win prizes for their work, like cash, crypto, or swag. With the Protocol 20 upgrade approval on February 20th, Stellar integrated Sorbonne into the core protocol, enabling complex smart contract capabilities. Following the vote, validators began a phased approach to gradually and responsibly increase capacity for Sorbonne transactions in order to monitor the impact of smart contract functionality on the network. Phase 0, stability testing. Ledger capacity for Sorbonne transactions starts low. Phase 1, deploy and monitor. Ledger capacity is increased. Applications can begin deploying and testing on mainnet. Phase 2, user-ready mainnet. Anyone can deploy and interact with smart contracts. Ledger capacity will continue to increase. Mainnet went live on March 19th. So why use Sorbonne? The question should really be, why not use Sorbonne? Adding smart contract support to Stellar drives imagination and innovation and unlocks a myriad of new possibilities for developers building on the network. Sorbonne can be defined as a smart contract platform that elevates Stellar capabilities, going beyond its strengths as a borderless payments network to add a whole new layer of programmability and custom decentralized applications. Sorbonne seamlessly integrates into the existing Stellar blockchain. It opens the network to the vast possibilities of DeFi and facilitates building and deploying dApps, decentralized apps, on the Stellar blockchain. There are many use cases for dApps, such as financial services, real estate, insurance, gaming, and many more. Stellar plus Sorbonne equals cash to DeFi. As Jed McCaleb said, Sorbonne is coupled with what is already built on Stellar, the connection to real-world assets, which is so powerful. For example, we already have many fiat on and off ramps, such as MoneyGram. These can now be used in these smart contracts. Everything is coming to Stellar. And these are my references. And I will now open it up for questions.
Hi, Deb.
Hi.
Great presentation.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So just a couple questions about Sorbonne smart contracts. Can they interact with other Stellar operations?
Yes.
Okay. Can they? I think you answered this in your. I had a list of them, and I was trying to check them off as you talked about them. But can smart contracts interoperate against different blockchains?
Yes. Yeah. With Sorbonne, Stellar and Sorbonne, they are interoperable with all blockchains and all assets and all off-chain assets. And yes, and Sorbonne was built on the Stellar platform to work with Stellar. So.
Okay, and one last one is every asset in Stellar accessible to a Sorbonne smart contract?
Yes.
Thank you.
I think so. Interoperable with all assets. So that's my answer. I could be wrong, but I
think
I would
you're
say
right.
yes.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yes, Debbie, I enjoyed your presentation. It was quite thorough and well put together, easy to read. One question I had coming from somebody that was totally new to Stellar and just learning about Sorbonne. Why do you think that Sorbonne chose to work with Stellar over the other blockchains?
Why did Sorbonne choose to work with Stellar over all the other blockchains? Because of how, let me think of this. Because of just how Stellar was formed. How I would say just because it's fast, it's energy efficient, it's scalable, it's affordable, it's interoperable with a lot of other assets already. That may not be the best answer. I'm still learning too, but that's what I got.
Yeah, and you're correct. So I think that's kind of an important part to remember, that why Stellar stood out and why Sorbonne and Stellar are paired up together and not the other blockchains. So anyway, is there anyone else that has a question for Debbie?
Maybe I'd like to make a comment and maybe ask a question. So it's quite timely that you're presenting this just after the Protocol 20 assignment, and so fresh with your running shoes on. And so could you give actual examples of which, like a few, like 2 or 3 of the other main blockchains that are interoperable with Sorbonne?
Well, sure. I mean, like we have the Ethereum coming in, and then Bitcoin and Polygon. I'm not really up on a whole lot of that, but I've been trying to learn about it all. But I do know, of course, Ethereum's coming in and Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's good. And then would you know of any real life applications of smart contracts in any of the areas that you've listed in your presentation, like some names that could pop in your head of companies?
Oh, they're like things that just pop into my head. I don't know if they pop into my head really fast, but let's see. I'm not really good at that pop in the head kind of thing. Real life applications of companies that are coming in. I guess we have so many ICOs. So, we could pick one of those. And can I think of what those ICOs are off the top of my head? It's a good question. Why can't I think of any ICOs?
Already that you're mentioning the word ICO is already a very good thing. That's a good lead. But that one was a while ago, probably before you were even in Alliance. So the name that comes up the most easily would be the real estate company Propy.
Oh, yeah, good one. Yeah, I'm not good at those on-the-spot questions. I'm sorry.
Yeah, those are not easy to find right now. So that was maybe a tricked one. Sorry for that.
That's okay. I'll go with it. I'll admit from this, but the word responses on the fly is like, no, give me 5 minutes and then I'll get back to you.
You're being honest. That's great.
I tell you what, it was really cool because it was really strange. I've not even had time to go through the chat today, but I got on there really quick right before we popped on, and I just happened to scroll where Jane had shared a post, and I already had the slide up here for Stellar plus Sorbonne, but I did not have what she said. And the post that she shared was a video, and what the wording she had was in the post was exactly that, Stellar plus Sorbonne. I'm like, oh my goodness, what? So yeah, I had an addition right prior to going today.
So you had an episode of quantum entanglement.
Yeah, exactly.
So great. So now that we are done with all the, or maybe anyone else would like to make any comments on Debbie's presentation. So with that, we really wish to thank you all for your really great presentation last week and this week. So you've managed to integrate the learnings of preparing and delivering an effective presentation, which will serve you well in your quorums and your leadership presentation assignments. So that's really, really great. Now we, just a few notes, very important notes. We want you to still wait for the final announcement, the graduation announcement in Alliance before you start expressing your joy or congratulating other graduates. So that should happen either late tomorrow. So now that I'm speaking for Central or Eastern time zones. So either late tomorrow or Friday morning. So that will be after Golf B have their own call, which is tomorrow night. So please contain your joy. The next thing is also very, very important. It's about the probation period. So as you will have probably seen in Alliance, all the certified admins will be on a 6-month probationary period. And for you, that begins now. And so within the coming 6 months, the thing about the probation period will be to be able to display growth in a number of areas, which include commitment. So in terms of time, so a total of 15 to 20 hours per week. So I'm not going to go in detail on each of these areas, but I'm just going to name them. So problem solving skills, decision making skills, conflict resolution, emotional intelligence, adaptability, coaching, mentoring, communication, leadership, organization and time management, delegating, setting goals, conducting current calls, and educating and training. So this is really, there are 4 comprehensive posts that are pinned in the Alliance channel, and you are strongly invited to reread them to make sure you understand that. And then last item in that subject is if you cannot demonstrate leadership growth during those 6 months, then it will be an indicator that this role is not fit for you at this time. And but however, we will give you a chance to focus maybe on a different role if you choose to stay, and then using your skills, your CHD experience, then will help you to still reach your full potential. So this is what we wanted to say. So that's the very key thing in the role. So does anyone else have anything to say about those closing notes? Before the next thing we'll do is we'll invite you guys to share because we have some time. We only had 4 today. So maybe someone wants to make any comments. Maybe Ree would like to speak up on the overall Gulf A and the probation, or.
Well, I'm very impressed with this class. I know that it was a smaller class than usual from the past iterations, but you guys did really well. I'm very proud, and just be proud of yourself that you are a certified admin. And the probationary period is so that we know that you will be applying what you've learned here in ALT to your new role as a certified admin. So we want to be able to observe and see, okay, do you remember everything that you've learned from ALT and be able to apply it as a leader? So within the 6-month period, we'll just be observing and making sure that you are able to grow in your role and improve in your role. So good luck to all of you.
Excellent, Ree. Thank you so much. So now we'll be inviting you, each of you, to share a few words of either appreciation or comments on your experience with the ALP training. Let's keep it short, like less than 1 minute, because we are like, there's you, the students, but then the co-instructors will want to share also, and the instructors as well. So less than 1 minute, and so to give the chance to everyone. And so now you can wiggle your hand and we'll unmute you.
The first one to go ahead will be Martin. I'll unmute you, Martin. Go ahead with your comment.
Well, actually, I had a question before with regards to the mentorship. Do you guys have any updates on this? Because it's a really good idea. So I just wanted to hear if there was any updates, and I'll of course be happy to provide my comments for my training as well. It's been an absolutely fantastic ride. It's been an eye opener in many areas. Despite being a seasoned leader in the insurance industry, I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned new ways to deal with stress. I've learned that people hold so many different qualities, and the diversity in a group is more important than anything else. So it's really been a fantastic learning curve for me. And I thank you all. I thank you all for your positive thinking and your outgoing and your ability to share the most personal stuff. It's really amazing, and I truly appreciate you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Martin. And with regards to the mentorship, this is due to begin getting organized a little bit later, sometime in July, so that there will be more announcement made on this later on. So thank you for bringing it up. Anyone else?
Go ahead, Sherry.
Good morning, everyone. Congratulations to everybody that presented today. Y'all did a great job. Yana, I want to say, with the language barrier, I admire you so much. I think you did a beautiful job. I don't know that I could have personally done it in a different language myself. So beautiful job for everyone. And I just want to say thank you to all of the instructors. We've enjoyed this class so much, and to see the growth of everyone is such a beautiful thing to see, and for myself as well, but for everybody that was in this class. I've loved it so much, and I can't wait to see what all of y'all do in the future. It's going to be fun to watch, but thank you so much. I've enjoyed it. I've loved every minute of it. Thank you.
Okay, Nancy, I believe you raised your hand.
Good morning. I do want to say congratulations to everyone who shared this morning their presentation. You did a great job. And to the instructors, I just want to say thank you so much. I've learned so much. I feel like I've pushed my edges. I still have a lot of edges to push. And I think the thing that I really enjoyed the most out of the class was learning about the different perspectives from everyone, and also just beyond this class, but the collaboration that we have done within the Quorum Alliance team has been extremely eye-opening and enjoyable. So I just want to send out my appreciation, and to all of the students here, I've learned a lot from you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Annette.
Nancy.
Wait, Jeff.
Okay, sorry. Laura, I believe you're next.
Yes, thank you. So I really wish to say thank you to everybody, because all we do is like self-motivated. You know, nobody's pushing us to do anything. And I saw so many people go like across and beyond themselves in this course. And it was just amazing. So thank you, everybody. Thank you to the instructors, because you're giving your time for free. You're working on my growth on your time. And this is just amazing. It's so much dedication I see here. And I very much appreciate that. And also what I wanted to say, it was such a joy to get to know people. And I will never forget some of the experiences we did in this group. I will never forget Michael. I will never forget you. You are my Greek god forever, you know, in a really nice and a really good way. Jonna, whenever I come to Finland, I will see you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Lara, for your sharing. I really appreciate. I'll make comments at the end after everyone. The student will speak first. So next person will be Shell. You can go ahead, Shell. You're on mute.
Thank you, Carl. And Laura, don't get me going. Everybody knows how I am. I wanted to just say this has been a very wonderful experience in that I got to learn about me. I got to experience everyone's kindness. It was really great to experience everyone else's perspectives as well. It's something that I count on. I've already learned to count on with my sister, and so it helps me grow. And the saying that we get to be us, it's true, and it's pretty great. So thank you, everyone. It's been really fun.
Oh, I think I'm emotional too with your sharing. It's something. Thank you for all your sharing. It's really, can I say that? It's switching my words right now, but it's really great. I will come back with some words after. Next person will be Joanna. You're on mute, Joanna.
Okay, you get me going too, but thank you for the day presentations. They were very fantastic. And Lara and the others, we definitely see each other for the future. And I want to thank you everyone all for support I've received. I learned so much. But at the same time, I realized there is still so much for me to learn. Language has been a challenge, but I've managed better than I thought. I'm so grateful to be the part of this incredible learning journey. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you all of my heart.
Thank you, Jonna. Yeah, we're all becoming emotional here. and you've done so great. Like Sherry said in the very beginning, like the courage you have is something really, to stay there in the silence and knowing that you're kind of a bit stuck and you still carry on. Kudos, amazing. Thank you. The next person will be Debbie.
Hi. Yeah, I just want to thank everyone. It's been a very, very positive experience. I really enjoyed the book that was a part of the class. What to say when you talk to yourself. In fact, I was telling my son about that last night, and I've shared it with a couple of people. I loved all of the examples and and the role play that we had. I found that we have had a very positive group. Everyone was willing to share, with each other, help each other out, root for each other, within the chat, as well as when we have a chance to speak on here. It's been very positive. I enjoyed all the presentations, and I definitely learned something from each one. So thank you to everyone for that. And yeah, I appreciate all the positive support from all of you instructors and your time. So thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. I think you've summarized it well. Great overall experience, so thanks. Next person will be Stephen.
I just want to say thank you to everyone involved in the process, everyone who was learning, everyone who was guiding. It's much appreciated. For me, this is like, at this point in time, there's obviously more time to go, but at this point in time, that's the conclusion of 8 weeks, which for me sort of began 4 weeks prior to that with presentations in the Alliance with ANZAC 2, and at that point I'd never ever done a presentation ever in my life, PowerPoint or other, so it's been really interesting with the self-talk and the positive sort of things that you get out of that, and the creative process and the learning along the way, like coming up with those presentations and the learning ideas over the course of the 8 weeks. It's really I want to say there was some difficult moments, but I want to use the word pleasurable. It was a good experience. I think just getting out of the comfort zone a little, and I think that's good. Hearing other people get emotional, that's heartening, because it means you care and you want to do well. So yeah, I just want to thank everyone, and all the best for everyone as we go on.
Yeah, very insightful comments, Stephen. Excellent. So I'll turn it over to Jeff now.
Yes, thank you, Stephen. And Deb, would you like to speak?
Yes. Hi, good morning, everyone. Congratulations on all of your presentations. They were all wonderful. I have learned so much. Now I'm going to get emotional. I just want to thank everyone, because when I first started, I was scared, but now I have the confidence to do it. So I'd like to thank all the instructors, all the co-instructors, and and all of my fellow classmates. I really appreciate all of the help that everyone has given me. Thank you.
Thank you, Deb, for sharing. And I, for one, I definitely resonate with what you said. That was kind of my situation too. When I first took alt training, I was doubting myself, and I wasn't sure if I was cut out to, take the class and be an admin. So I definitely resonate with what you said. And that's the beauty of this class, that the book, the self-talk, and just the whole process, it really helps build our confidences. So thanks for sharing. Michael, would you like to speak?
Good morning, everybody. Great job to everybody that presented today. I just wanted to share that, being a humanitarian, I found myself working with special needs adults for the past 15 years, and I was finding myself getting burned out and looking for something new. And this opportunity came up, and I am so grateful to have this opportunity. I'm so grateful to be able to work with so many inspirational leaders. You guys have all just inspired me so much. When I see my family, I just saw my family this weekend, and they just told me how I looked so different and I looked so happy. And I felt like a student again. I felt like a kid again. I was being challenged and learning new things, stretching out has made my life exciting, where I want to get up in the morning and tackle the day. And I wasn't feeling like that before this training, even though this training's been stressful and hard at times, and getting up, early. It was so worth it. And just the friends that I've made, my classmates here, I look forward to working with you. And when we saw some of the videos, some of the instructional videos from the past that you guys gave us, I was so inspired by hearing, Francois and Jeff and some of the other people in your beginnings, and knowing that you guys went through the same stuff that I've gone through, just inspired me more, so that one day I could be an instructor and help other students coming into this program as well. And you've inspired me to want to come and do this after being the admin for a little bit. Maybe I'll come and help you guys teach other people. But thank you to everybody. I love you all. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, so I think we have Kimba yet. Would you like to speak this morning?
Absolutely. So I just wanted to thank everybody for giving me the opportunity to step out of my comfort zone. I'm trying not to cry. You guys got me started. I feel like I'm definitely better equipped to help lead my quorum, and my own self-confidence has grown by leaps and bounds. Thank you to the instructors. I love the book. Overall, such a positive experience, and I'm looking forward so much to working with everyone through the Alliance, and QSI is going places. I love you all.
Thank you, Kimba. And yes, indeed, QSI is going places. I love it. Okay. Would there be any co-instructors that'd like to speak? If you would, just go ahead.
Hi, guys. Can you hear me okay? I just want to say thank you to everybody, and I'm so proud of this class. And I think there's a lot of examples here in the last 6 weeks of enthusiasm and courage and willing to do the research, roll the sleeves up, but also to, this emotional and empathetic aspect, allowing us to connect really, really strongly. And it's been inspiring to watch that. So thank you. You've all been equipped with a lot of really great tools to take us forward in this next period. So congratulations to everybody. And I'm just really, really proud to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, I would also like to say a few words. Thank you, Kara. First of all, I would also like to say a few special words to Jonna. Jonna, I'm very impressed, and how to say, I take my hat off to you for your courage. As Francois said, and now I'm also get emotional. And because of I think I can judge it, what it is like to do this presentation in a language you don't really speak well. And I can say that was really great. Thank you so much for this. And I would also like to say many, many thanks for the excellent presentations today and also in the last week. I would like to congratulate everyone, and I've been very, very excited about this class, and thank you for letting me a part of this class. Thank you all, even the instructors, and good luck for the upcoming administrator tasks. And I also can say I'm very proud of having Lara in our German team. Thank you.
That was lovely. I'd also like to thank the ALT instructors for giving me the opportunity to support this training course. I've been with you all the way, having experienced the previous training course before you. There are so many opportunities for you to shine, and don't forget that you're here because of your desire to lead and help others learn everything they can about Stellar. You have so much to be proud of, as this course has asked that you dig deep to reflect on what is happening within. Some of those deep dives, I have to acknowledge, have been emotive, but I also feel they've been necessary. Congratulations to all of you for your contributions, and I look forward to working with you in the future.
Hi everybody, it's Sue here. Well, firstly, I just want to say what an absolute privilege it has been to be involved with all of your learning completely. And as Don said, you know, it's such a privilege to have been asked to join in and be a part of that. And I've certainly been learning things as well. I have amazing respect as well, Yona, for, as Christine said, you know, for you just, and as Francois has also pointed out, you know, to be able to sit with the silence whilst you gather your thinking together to transpose something from one language into another is just amazing. And the word that popped into my mind while I was sitting and listening to this was warrior. You know, you have such great stickability, which I think will stand you in wonderful stead for leading and supporting leadership in the quorum. It's very clear, I think, that every person that's been involved in Golf A has been very emotionally connected with this learning, you know, through the emotions that have been displayed and shared, you know, through all the interactions that you've had and the questioning, and as Don called it, deep diving. But I think also what really connected with me was when Stephen says what it really shows is just how much everybody cares about wanting to do their very, very best for QSI, as the rest of us do, and to support not only Emily and the rest of our leadership team. Really so looking forward to connecting with the rest of you as we all move forward. And, you know, thank you once again. And also to all the co-instructors that have been involved, that I've had the pleasure of working with, as well as our instructors. Thank you very much indeed.
And I'd just like to say that I have enjoyed my time with all of you and also enjoyed the bond between us all. One piece of advice I guess I would give as the tests come, or as you stand up a new quorum and feel overwhelmed with the number of tasks and the additional learning that you need to do, just always approach it from your passion. We all get into this because we have a passion to help others and to help QSI move forward. If you're coming from your happy place, your passion, it will reflect in your ability to knock things out, but it'll also reflect in your voice as you do your calls and that type of stuff. I know when I went through this training the first time, Ree always sounds like she's smiling all the time she's talking to you. And that will transpose through to everybody if you are in fact smiling or are in fact coming from your happy place. So I wish all of you the best, and I thoroughly have enjoyed this training class. Thank you.
Yeah, I would like to say a few words. Yeah, congratulations to all the admin, and you've done the fantastic job. And and thanks for sharing all your personal story. And every time you get emotion, and that emotion pass back to me right away. And you did bring me the joy and excitement, something I forgot when I graduated from the ECHO class back end of last year. And thank you for that. Yeah, and it's like a vivid picture, like how much I was so happy, and exactly how you guys are feeling right now. Literally 6 months ago, and thank you for stepping out for your quorum, stepping out for QSI community, and most important thing is stepping out for the humanity. And you have no idea how this mean to you and mean to the whole QSI as a team. And as I say, it's a big community, so you have so many ways you can learn, and try to jump on to the different quorum call, try to get involved into the leadership group and to act, and we're all willing to help each other out. And I like to jump in to different quorum calls, and so I will definitely see you around there. And lastly, thank you, Jeff, Carl, and Francois, and Reed. Yeah, it took a great leadership, and even for me as a co-instructor, I also learned a lot this time. Yeah, very much appreciate. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry. And now I would like to share a few words. So it's hard to know where to begin. There's so much that could be said. Just want to say that you all have been an amazing class to help along with and to learn from. I definitely learned from you guys as well, the students, the co-instructors, my fellow instructors. Just a big thank you to each one that was part of this class. And I just want to encourage the students as well to just to keep up the positive self-talk. There's going to be times in your admin duties that you're going to be faced with situations, and it's going to be easy to revert back to negative self-talk. And just remember what you've learned here in this class. It's not only the self-talk, but the integrity, and to remember to keep the ego out of decisions and out of the agile teamwork. And it'll go a long ways into creating a very solid quorum and leadership team within your quorum. Yeah, and I've certainly seen so much growth from all you students. I know you also went deep in the different questions and the assignments. I really appreciate that, and just want to encourage each one of you. It's been a real privilege to be with you here. And last but not least, I just want to say a big thank you for sharing your input on the evaluation form. It's greatly appreciated. So with that, I'll turn it over to Carl.
Thank you, Jeff. I have so much note. You touch me really much with all your sharing. You make me cry. So now I just step back and really try to say what I have to say. At the beginning, when I was in training, as you were this training, I was doubting too. And after the training, it's empower me. And each day I just try to remember to do your best. And when you have overwhelming by tasks and things like that, or things that going into your quorum, just take it one day at a time. And always remember the mission, the reason why you are there. And I see through this lesson a lot of dedication from you, engagement. You are stretching your comfort zone, and I'm really proud of each of you. Your presentation are really all welcome those, and you have great skills and great communication skills. So I'm really impressed of all of that. For me, it was a win-win situation. I learned so much from all of you too. And I love all that's been shared during the live call and in the chat with the weekly question too. You are really generous about your sharing. And what I like the most is the connection between all the students. You are like a family for me, really family, really all together. And if anyone at some point want to become an instructor in the near future, as me, Francois, or Jeff, we just start from like you to do the training, take some experience to our quorum, then raise our hand to become co-instructor and just keep going. And we, at the beginning, don't really know where it's going to take me, but it's one step at a time. And right now I am where I am. So this is what I have to say. I pass it over to Francois.
Thank you, Jeff and Carl, for your great sharing. So I also want to congratulate everyone. And really, maybe it was also thanks to the small group, because that's probably one of the smallest groups, because we've divided into Gulf A and B now to give the chance to the Europeans to not be on the call at 2 a.m., which was really great, and probably gave you the opportunity to be more of yourself. I think guys like Don, Sue, and Christina and will be smiling at this one. So you've really demonstrated great participation, like amazing participation, and you've shared so many personal situations and examples. So that really brings up the quality of the whole training. And we really thank you for that. And like Sue said, well, your emotional involvement was really clearly obvious, like you were all being really genuine. So with that too, I learned a lot interacting with you guys, and including in the classroom. And if you remember, the first couple of weeks were a bit bumpy in the classroom, so that was a bit gut-wrenching for me at times, and but managed to find some way to open up and become more vulnerable, and I guess that led the way to all the great interactions that followed, where all of you really participated so well, and then all during each call, and especially today. Today is like the culmination of all that. So I'd like to thank all of you students, all of you co-instructors, including Jenna and Amy, who were not present today, Jeff and Carl and Ree and Jane. So for this amazing opportunity to be able to participate in making this ALT training course happen. So such an amazing thing. So last, I guess that's it. And so we will see all of you guys in your quorums and in Alliance. Continue exchanging and the interactions. And if you have anything for us to ask, don't hesitate. We'll be there to help you out. So thank you so much, and see you soon. Bye-bye.